He fell to his knees, begging his mother to let him take the college entrance exam one more time. Though his family could barely afford it, his mother agreed to give him one last shot. Thankfully, this time he got into a top university, but his old-fashioned ways didn't fit in there. The rich kid said studying in America was all the rage. Though it seemed like a distant dream, he decided to learn English anyway. But when he spoke up at the language exchange, everyone burst out laughing. His classmates said his English sounded like Japanese. He was mortified. That's when a rich kid told him to check out the latest dictionary. Determined to prove them wrong, he vowed to read 800 books in his 4 years of college. So he burned the midnight oil, transforming from a country bumpkin into an English whiz. This made his American dream take root, so he mustered the courage to apply for a visa. But before he could even finish introducing himself, the interviewer rejected him. Looking at his fellow rejected applicants, his American dream seemed shattered. This was already his 5th rejection. With no other choice, he became an English teacher. But his students were nodding off. Frustrated, he told the slackers to leave. To his surprise, the only attentive student walked out too. So he stopped lecturing and started sharing his failures with humor instead. The students were suddenly all ears. What shocked him was that after class, students asked for tutoring help. He suddenly saw fate had other plans, so he started a tutoring business. But he couldn't afford to rent a space, so he held classes at KFC. With his witty explanations, boring vocabulary came alive. As more students joined, he used their tuition to rent an old factory. The power often went out, but when it did, students would shine their flashlights for him. His tutoring business kept growing. Then the cops showed up out of nowhere, saying he was illegally occupying the factory. Just when his school was about to be shut down, a rich kid saw his potential and decided to invest. Within just 1 year, the investor helped him launch 30 projects. With vision and funding, his tutoring center became a major company. But then, the investor wanted to take the company public to gain more control. He refused because he only cared about education. Just as they hit this impasse, an American education center sued him, claiming his company wasn't legitimate. So they flew to America to negotiate. That's when it hit him. Only by going public and gaining legal status could they avoid the lawsuit. To convince the Americans, he pulled out a law book and told them to quiz him. To everyone's amazement, he could recite every statute fluently in English. As people stood there stunned, he said all his students were at this level. The Americans were convinced of his teaching prowess. After negotiations, his company successfully went public on Wall Street.